Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. I got my lovely mother here, what you would call mom in England. Hi, lady mom. And we're going to talk about Megan and her current video. I definitely want to get my mom's perspective on the whole using these people, in my personal opinion, using these families as a scapegoat to use for publicity, to use for her own personal gain, to bring awareness about bullying, but really not bringing about awareness on bullying, just trying to show that people don't care for her. So she's calling it bullying, and it's not. So we're gonna hit the Mimi song, and then we're gonna go into some questions for my mom, and then go from there. Okay. And I also, too, guys, I got some news. I want to start going on Facebook. So let me know how many of you have Facebook, because I would really like for you guys to support me on there. I probably try to do a live maybe tomorrow on Facebook. That's pushing it, but hey, you got to get out there sometime. And let me know. Sorry about the lighting. It's not the best, but hopefully you can see us.
I think so.
You think so, Mom? Okay. Yeah, the lighting really sucks. Hold on one second. Let me try one thing here. Okay, here we go, guys. So we had to pause it for a second. There was some intermission going on, with the little bit. And so we're going to sing the Mimi song. One, two, three. It's the Mimi Show. 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 Yeah.
Yay.
So I also want to let my mom know that there is a Columbia trip coming up, for Megan. They're going to Colombia. They have been invited on another fake world tour. And I call it a fake world tour because they present themselves as being royalty, and they stepped down. They decided that they didn't want to be a part of the monarchy anymore, and said that they were going to live a private life on their own and make their own money. But they haven't been doing that. They have been using the royals' families to make money. They've been monetizing it. They've also been trashing it and still trying to be relevant, mhm, behind it all. But we're going to move on to the video, okay? I may bring it up. Sorry, hair in my face. Let's bring it up really quick because I want to bring back up the fact that Megan wanted to let us know that she was suicidal. This was the Oprah debacle. This is her back in the day telling us that she was suicidal. Now, mind you, she was suicidal. She didn't have a sister. Her father had mistreated her. The royal family had threw her to the wolves. And then the racism statement that she made. All that happened, and then the suicidal incident happened. All that happened in this one interview with Oprah Winfrey. It was the most decriminalizing thing you've ever seen in your life. That's the only word I could come up with, guys. So here we go. Let's just watch the video.
Meghan Markle has been there, as she told Oprah Winfrey in 2021.
Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, especially, because I know how much loss he's suffered. But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it. And I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
You had an
an experience that connects you to these families. And I see you touch your husband's hand in just the way I knew that you would be looking after each other if I went places. But the connection that you have with people is they know you had suffered too, personally.
If God forgave you, then you need to forgive people
Right.
that has mistreated you. Not saying that he did, but sound like, they didn't bond or something happened down in the years, and it just It's just not right
Ooh,
for you to help other people, strangers.
Mom, you may have to repeat that. I think I had you on mute for a few minutes. And I say, why don't you start where you were telling us about how she can help, like you were saying, how
Yeah.
can you help other people? And
When
your
you can,
father is mentally, has something mentally going on with him.
right, because
Because, mhm,
he might be thinking suicidal just like you were when you were being mistreated. And because sometimes when you mistreat people, especially your loved ones, and they're supposed to be the closest people to you.
mhm,
And when you treat them like that, that hurts them. It do something to their heart. It breaks their heart, and then all type of emotional feelings come about, and you don't know what they're going through. And they might be smiling and laughing or whatever, but you still don't know what's deep down in their heart and what they're feeling when they've been mistreated by one of the loved ones that's reaching out to them and begging them, "Can I see you? Can I see my grandbabies?" And you constantly saying no
and
because,
not even responding, have no contact whatsoever. And she lives maybe a few hours away from him.
well, it's a selfish person to do that to somebody,
Hmm.
because you're supposed to love everybody. How you gonna love a stranger if you
Right.
don't even love your own dad? How can you
Yeah,
help somebody and you can't help them? Because it starts at home.
exactly.
And to be the nobody deserves that type of treatment from anybody, even if you don't know the person, because you don't never know when you're going to need somebody,
Right.
and you have to have forgiveness in your heart,
You do. You really do.
because if you can't forgive, then you can't help anybody, because your
Yeah.
heart is hardened, and
It's hardened
you're not a humble person that you should be in order to help other people.
in order to help other people. You're only thinking about yourself. Selfish, self-centered, selfishness, and just thinking, oh, how can these people benefit me, not how I can benefit them. And then come to find out it's a very small group too. It's not like this big parent group that they have created, because Megan is known to not follow through with some of the plans that she come about. Like she was going to do this 40 by 40 where 40 stars for 40 A-listers of her friends were going to help 40 women get back into the workforce during COVID. Stupidness.
Well, it seemed like she's going in circles, and seemed like it's more about a money thing than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's not a money thing, then why is the dad the way he is, and you branching out to help others when you need to be helping him? So
Right.
it's more of a money thing to me, and they're trying to make money
And
off.
publicity and money. It
Yeah.
is a money thing. It's about how they can make money, because Megan did not give to this new group of people that she so-called care about. She, if you so-called have this charity, Archie Well, and you got 8 million in there, why haven't you given to the charity? Why are you just talking to the charity?
Well, it seemed like she's going in circles on how to make money,
Mhm.
because
Yes.
she's coming up with different projects that's not working in
That's
her favor. And the reason I think it's not working in her favor because of who she is.
Mhm.
She have no shame for her selfishness.
She
And,
doesn't.
and he's just going along with it because that's what he normally do.
He goes along with it just because he looking like an idiot. That is really good, Mom. She has no shame whatsoever that she just mistreats people this way and think it's okay. Like she has no heart, like it's hardened. Like you said earlier, she doesn't have a forgiveness heart. She doesn't have any empathy. She doesn't have any, she's like a sociopath where they don't care about what happens when they do something that will affect the other person. It doesn't, they don't have that consciousness to say, well, I'm not going to say that because that might ruin this. Or you know what? I'm not going to say that about Elizabeth because, first of all, I didn't hear them say anything about me being racist. I got that from Harry. And how do I not know that the conversation was based on curiosity alone? Because Megan didn't want it to be on curiosity. She wanted it to be on racism so she could use that racism card against the royal family to bring down their popularity to build hers up.
Well, selfishness has no shame. No. And that's what she's about, because Kate is over there and she's doing good with her babies, and it's a beautiful family, and
Very beautiful.
there's no drama, and she's loving her role.
Mm-hmm.
And when Megan married Harry, she knew that that's what it was going to be about.
Yeah.
And why would you cause that type of chaos?
Mm-hmm.
And that just goes to show you that she's out for self.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's dragging him right along with her, and he's going along with it. And
he is.
And I think it's just not good. I think she should still be over there with the royal family.
I do too.
And being a part of that, because that's what she married into.
That's what she married into.
And now it's a whole new thing going on.
It's all about her.
Yeah, because, Kate has no problem with it.
Mm-mm.
And she's raising her 3 lovely kids, and her and William is doing great. And it's a beautiful thing that I see that they have going on. They might be in the spotlight here and there, but it's no big deal. It's just everyday living that people go through.
They deal with it.
But to constantly have races and all that going on, and
drama,
really not true. And then your dad trying to reach out, and you're saying no, but you're willing to help a bunch of more people that might be in the same predicament that he's in. In the predicament that you say you were in.
Mm-hmm.
You were being mistreated. And now you're going to turn around and mistreat
she wasn't.
Somebody that's that close to you. That's not adding up. That's
no, it doesn't add up, does it, Mom?
No, it's not making sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. It's not adding up at all. It's apples and oranges. No, something ain't right.
Because if you have love in your heart, you're not going to mistreat anybody, and you're going to forgive for whatever they did to you, because you have to have a forgiving heart, and she's yet to do that.
Yeah.
How you going to help somebody else?
And accountability.
You don't have that love that you need to have for your own family.
For your own family.
But you're
for your
going
own
to reach out
people.
to other people and have some type of kindness and love. It's not adding up.
It's not adding up. And usually the story ends with something Megan. Like, oh, Megan and Oprah. She was on there and she was suicidal. Now the whole story got changed from when Megan was sitting on the couch with Oprah, instead about the kids that were actually affected, and the parents that were affected by the suicide of their kids. No, Megan was too busy talking about herself. And that's what you were talking about earlier, about money and about her selfishness, just about her own personal wants and needs. And it's all about me. I heard too, according to the producers, that Megan got upset because she didn't have enough airtime. She felt like she should have had more airtime.
Well, that's the selfishness in her. That's the selfishness that she has going on in her life right now when it comes to other people. And it's just sad.
It really is. And Harry's never met the father, which I think is bonkers. He thinks our First Amendment is bonkers. He said that. Yeah, and people are not happy about that. Him talking about our First Amendment rights, where we can just say what we want to say over here in the United States.
Yeah.
But no, I think that he's in a situation where he's being used, abused, and even if he wanted to get out, he couldn't. And I just think that he's in a bad situation.
Yeah. Well, I think she needs to take a good look in the mirror and search her heart. And
think about her husband.
Yeah.
Think about the separation of how you separated him from his family, because he didn't do it. You did that. You separated him from his family because you were the one that was talking about how suicidal you were and had to leave the country, and they were after you.
And he was trying to save her because of the love he had for her. but I think she was wrong to take him away from his family.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's over here running behind her,
The
trying to
queen
figure
in her
out
last days.
what he's supposed to do. And he think, but he think he's doing the right thing. He don't really.
You think?
He think he's doing the right thing, and he got caught up.
He got caught up
And
because
now-
he wrote that book and put all those nasty things in there about his brother and his father's new wife. I mean, he really is dug himself deep into it's going to be hard for him to have a relationship with his family, a decent one anyway, because as long as she's there, they're not going to trust him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of the worst things you can do is divide yourself away from your family,
Mm-hmm.
and then be one-sided with a person.
Yeah.
You need to keep the bond with the family.
Yeah. Your advice, you get your advice from your family. You get, they're there for you when you need them the most. And, Harry, they were there for Harry when he needed them the most, when he was wearing those Nazi uniforms and out there drinking and doing all kinds of bad things. They were there to help cover that up. A lot of my subscribers like to let me know that. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And guys, please share. My numbers are going down for some reason. I don't know. And we need to bring those numbers back up. So thank you. I appreciate it. Me and my mom are going to talk about a few more things and then we're going to let you guys go. Okay. Now, Megan says she is on her way to Colombia. She's going to do another fake royal tour. So pretty much wear a whole bunch of different clothes. Now, the last royal tour she was on, she was in Nigeria. Okay.
Oh.
And I went over this with Juanita when she was here. So she went to Nigeria, her and Harry was over there acting like he was the king and is expecting their uniforms and stuff. I mean, it was real royal-ish, but they're not royalty. And they're not called over there on that capacity like a royal visit. But they went over there like that, shaking dignitaries' hands, meeting dignitaries, getting gifts and signing books, doing what royals do. Okay. But she dressed in a way that wasn't appropriate according to the First Lady of Nigeria. And she came out and she said that Meghan came over here naked.
Oh, my goodness.
She said she came over here with her nakedness.
Oh, well, his mom used to go over in Africa and different places in Africa and, it helped with the kids and the people.
And she dressed appropriately.
Yeah. So maybe, I think when they were small, I think she would take them with her.
She did.
Yeah. And they always was a part of, I think, Nigeria.
And maybe that's why they got invited. I'm not sure really
and
why.
Then, Harry, he used to go by himself before he got
married.
Yeah,
he did do a tour, unless that was Africa.
It was over there somewhere, Africa, Nigeria, one of those countries, and they were known to go over, and visit with the.
Well, she
the
went over
African
there
people.
inappropriate, and the First Lady said Meghan came over here thinking that it was like the Met Gala. It wasn't the Met Gala. She came over here in her nakedness, and it was. She said it came out of her mouth. It was unbelievable. And Meghan tried to put out a statement that her and her had a discussion, and that's not what she meant. We know what she meant. She said that you were over there nakedness in there. She said that's not how we roll over here. And I thought that was very telling that, a grown woman telling another woman.
That's weird.
Yeah, kind of checked her and told her. So she's the First Lady of Nigeria and told her, look, you came over here looking real scandalous and you came over here for yourself.
Oh, yeah. She's about self. So that's why they can't get
anywhere.
Yeah, get a grip to one thing and then where they can make a lot of money off of that. They're searching for things that cling on to.
Yes.
And it's
She is. She just went to the summit. It's a women's summit. Gwyneth Paltrow was there and Reese Witherspoon. They didn't take pictures with Megan. They didn't invite her to the after party or nothing like that. They don't like her.
But she's so busy trying to put herself out there. And it's whatever she's doing is not working for her.
No,
Because of who she is.
because of who she is.
But,
Because
yeah.
who she has shown us that who she is. She can't change her personality.
Right. And she should be making big money. But what she should have done was stayed over there at the palace.
Yeah.
She should have stayed there. And then, that's where she need to be. And she probably, would have been okay. But over here, running back and forth, trying to make a name for herself, and none of that is working. So I don't know.
She had it all. She was the princess. She did have it all. And he gave her everything, but it wasn't enough. And that should say, Harry should think about that. Like, I gave you everything and continue to still try and give you everything. And it's never enough. You're never satisfied. You're never going to be happy because she's too busy complaining and trashing and being very disrespectful to the royal family and to her father and to her entire family, all of them.
Well, if she's playing the victim or suicidal, then she needs to explain it a little bit more, go into more details
of what happened.
Right, because whatever she's going through, maybe somebody can relate and snap back
exactly
their anxiety like she did. But but everybody's different. Everybody go through things different. But at least give some type of
explanation.
And then even if she don't give no explanation, at least tell them how she overcame what she
exactly. And she's not giving that. Did she, Mom?
And how deep and how depressed she was. And maybe they can kind of relate to her because they might be going through something similar to what her situation was.
Now, I could have that would have been relatable if she had did that. But since she can't relate to them, because to me, she was never suicidal. And she can't relate to them and tell them how she overcame anything because she didn't overcome anything.
Yeah, you need to tell them, okay, this is what I did to get myself back right, to get my mind off of what I was going through. And if she don't do that, then how can you help somebody?
Right. What is she doing? You ain't giving them no money.
But like you said, maybe she didn't. In order to help somebody, you have to go through it yourself. And evidently she didn't go through it because she's not telling them how she overcame.
Exactly.
But because then nobody do nothing to her.
No.
You over there with all them riches and
all them
your queen.
Clothes, everything. Had it all. And practically had someone washing her backside.
Look, money was no option. And now you back over here trying to lie and struggle and make money that you would have already had over there. Because and Montecito, royalty is richness.
Yes, that within itself is the dynasty of richness.
Your kids, their kids, whatever. There's no limit to the money.
And now, King Charles can't see his grandkids. He hasn't seen them. He's never even met Lilibet, just like her father. What is she expecting him to do? Come off his throne and come over here and visit? I think she is.
But sometimes you're so busy trying to prove other people wrong when you're in the wrong, and then it backfires on you. And then where did you go after that? I think she's busy trying to prove the royal family
is wrong, and
you all think you did something to me, but I'm going to show you what I'm made of.
Right.
And that's why she's going around in circles trying to make herself important and she's trying to make herself be royalty over here in the United States.
Yes, ma'am.
And it don't work like that. Because if that's the case, Taylor Swift and Beyonce would be the queen.
Right, because they are.
That's why they call her Queen Bee.
Queen Bee and Taylor Swift, they got it going on. They are the queens. And then for her to come over here and act like she's just going to become queen, just because of the name Duchess of Sussex. It doesn't work like that. People are not looking at her in that. Mm-mm.
Well, it looked like to me she lost that title when she left from over there and
Yes.
started coming over here talking about what they did to her
Mm-hmm.
and the races and all of that.
She lost the title. She did.
And
She should have left him on the counter.
And even if they were, which I don't think they were, because you were part of their family then.
They invited her in. They made her a senior royal. They didn't make her a cousin. They made her a top member of the royal family. That means she gets on the balcony. She gets tiara. She gets the jewelry. She was up there with Catherine. She had the same, pretty much the same privileges that Catherine had. Meghan had it too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Harry was one of the boys.
Yeah,
one of the kings.
And Meghan was gonna make sure she was too, because she was gonna compare her the whole time. No, Meghan wasn't gonna let Catherine outdo her, even when she was there. Her clothes cost more than I believe all of their clothes together. Meghan was spending that much money on her wardrobe. Not her, but the king. Mm-hmm. The king was paying for her wardrobe. But her wardrobe cost more than Catherine's and Camilla's put together, I heard. So she was spending money.
Yeah.
She was doing it. And still she's in a situation right now that is not very good. She's desperate. She's running around trying to be something that she's not. She's always acting. She's in a situation where at some point I'm feel sorry for her. You know how, I don't know if Amber Heard, if anybody started feeling sorry for her, but at some point you see him go down so far and so fast that you start feeling sorry for him. You don't want nothing to happen to him, but you just wonder, like, she has no empathy, she has no self-awareness, and no accountability. We're not going to keep you too much longer, guys. Me and my mom is going to shut it down. I hope you enjoyed her. She'll come back again. I'm so glad she decided to come today.
Well, I decided to come. I've been here since Wednesday of last week, and I decided to come and visit with little Carol because she's getting ready to start school, going all day schooling, and I come to spend some quality time with her. And I have enjoyed being here with Letitia and Kara and Eric and Rocky.
We've enjoyed you.
And we have had a real good time. And it was nice talking to you guys. And I will see you next time. And God bless you, love you, and keep supporting Letitia. Thank you for that. And I will see you guys later. Okay.
Bye. Love you guys. And don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and leave that comment, because we love to, I love my comments. So have a wonderful night. And we've enjoyed you too, Mom. And we can't wait till you come back. Okay. So, well, good night, everyone.